This week's community polls. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of Heise Says. I hope you've had a good week. Grab your stein of coffee, and I thought we'd have a look at some of the community polls that I've, put on the channel this week. Now, what is it? That British guy. I can't remember his name. He drinks tea all the time and hates coffee. Spiffing Brit explained how by doing polls you could get break the YouTube algorithm and get tremendous exposure for your channel. Now, I always noticed that a lot of people participated in polls and like to vote on them, so I thought they were a bit of fun, and it's a great way just to get a feel for what people are interested in around different topics. So, I thought I'll do them, but it's good to turn them into a video as well. Now, I can't watch the Spiffing Brit too much because he ruins all the games, because all the games I play are so old that he does stuff quite recent or quite old that seems new to me. Okay, so a poll I did a day ago was, do you use buy now, pay later? Now, this is from just the growth in the buy now, pay later sector that we're seeing here in Australia. I'm hoping that the decline in credit card use is because people are getting control of their finances and are not buying stuff with money they don't need, or buying, rubbish. All these people are saying in the comments, you can use the power of a credit card to pay off debt. But I'm thinking, how if you don't buy things? I mean, what do you got? Maybe your food. Your food, what's that, a grand a month? Okay, so that could be $1 grand's worth of interest, or if you just buy it at the end of the month and have that money sitting in a offset account, that kind of the same effect. So, there you go. Anyway, and you can see here I put all the tags that you need to. So 7% said yes, safer than credit cards. 7% of the people, and we had 1,400 votes on this, so a decent sized poll, said safer than credit cards. Then a 7% said yes, I want to maximize the power of my money. 14% no, I prefer credit cards. 70% said no, I use cash or debit cards, and only 2% use lay-by. Let's have a look at some of the comments people left here when it loads up. Come on, YouTube. You know what? We'll go back and I'll open that in another tab, and we'll come back to that when it loads up. So we'll wait on the comments there. And the next one I asked 2 days ago, and we've gotten 635 votes there. And I'm not going to leave that over here to load up. And that was asking, did you invest in Gamestop, in GME? And here are the tags to break the algorithm as well. And we all know what's happened with GameStop and just the insane rise of it, and just Wall Street Bets stepping up. So, yes, Wall Street Bets is a legitimate decentralized hedge fund. So 27% said yes, they bought into it. 5% said, yes, I needed to pay for my dog's operation. Now, that was a reference to some of the comments that people are leaving on these other channels, on Wall Street Bets, on the forums, where they're people who've got no money, who just chucked some into GameStop and then managed to get enough out of it to allow them to pay for operations. There are all these stories coming out. So, yes, Annie first smashes small business and Wall Street Bets hits funds. 12%. I mean, that's another thing there. So we've got, 39, 44% saying yes, they voted, or they bought, or voting yes at least. I mean, that's the thing, Annie, they're going around smashing people's small businesses. Occupy Wall Street just protests and didn't achieve anything. And Wall Street Bets, they're hurting hedge funds and getting Congress interested. So no, 20% said Steam and Epic all the way. And these are other platforms where you can buy games, because they're, EB Games is they're the owners of EB Games. And no, PC Master Race. So that's a reference to the fact that GameStop are pretty much, for consoles and console noobs. And these comments are just not loading up. I don't know what's happening there. So we'll have a look at the next one I did. So do you think the stock market will crash? Now, if we jump over here, we can see trading economics, we can see the Dow is down, the S&P is down, the Nasdaq is down, the Nikkei is down, and the ASX 200 are down. So we're down, we're down, we're down. Everything is down at the moment. Let's just have a look at silver. Silver's nearly at $27. So it looks like silver is the next bet for the Wall Street bettors, apparently. So 73% said yes, it's a bubble that will burst. 22% said no, never bet against the Fed. And 5% said not when compared to gold. So you just need to look at it like that. And then I asked another poll. I ended up, I'm getting into the habit where, you know, when there's a topic that's interesting, I'll do a poll on it so we can come back to it and look at it. Because there is a lot of volatility in the market here, and GameStop has just, well, blown it up even more. More people are becoming aware of the manipulation that's going on in the market. So I asked, are people worried about the Great Reset? Because I've done a few videos on the Great Reset, and they've now become my most successful videos on the channel. If we jump here to Heise Says, and we can see, there you go, 228,000, and this one is at 99,000 views, guys. I just need a couple more hundred views. Come on, I might link to this one. Watch the start of the Great Reset about internet search history affecting credit scores, because then that'll get that one up to 100,000. We need to bump out this old one about Australia banning the visa for Lauren Southern years ago, considering she lives in the country now. So I need to get that one off the top 6 in there. So anyway, so yes, 100% think it's a threat to our freedoms and liberty. 77% think that. No, and it's Klaus, not Carl Schwab. And the global elite. I trust Klaus Schwab and the global elite to know better, 3%. No, 15% think it's just pointless talk. And hopefully they're the right ones. Right there, I hope so. And 5%, what is the Great Reset? So most people are concerned that it's a threat to our freedoms and liberties. I think in many ways it is just talk, but talk is very powerful, and it can permeate down through our bureaucrats. And that's what I find. The unelected people who have tremendous control over our freedoms and liberties. We saw that in the cash ban. Okay, and then we have here, I asked, investing in real estate, particularly housing, is a national sport in Australia. What is it like in your country? And this was just, you know, we had 969 votes. You know, what is real estate like in other parts of the world? Here in Australia, it's just insane. It's just crazy. Everyone it's all about real estate. Rachel did an estimate of our tax burden that we have to pay at the end of the year. And I'm there going, you know, see, this is why people negative gear. We could use it to just get rid of a property, to get rid of this. Government's essentially paying for us to buy a dump. Am I going to jump in and do it? I really don't want to manage a house. I don't want to deal with it. You know, buying a house and dealing with all the people and the real estate agents. But I can understand why people do it. I can, because you see this huge tax bill and you just want to get rid of it. Maybe, it'd be great if there was some other investment strategies we could use that would help the economic complexity of our nation, and we could reduce our taxes. This is why it's going to be politically impossible to get rid of it, everyone. And by that I mean negative gearing. So, and it creates a bubble. Creates a bubble because there's more demand for these loss-making businesses, because at least you get the capital gain and you lose your tax burden. So let's have a look. So real estate investing is the bomb. Buy my real estate course 10%. And I put that in there because I keep seeing all these bloody real estate courses left, right, and center. Buy a house. Look at my spreadsheet. Yeah, whoop-de-doo. I guess, And there's the DG Institute just flooding Facebook with all of these things. And when you look into just the methodology there, I get people are paying money. I mean, I'm having people contacting me to ask advice from an architectural perspective for buying a house or building a house or getting into building a commercial project, and I need to get back to them. I'm thinking it might be worth doing like a sensible little course on one of those things for just a cheap amount, because some people are charging a fortune for just simple advice. I'll add that to my list of things. So homes double every 7 years. 18% answered that. We're not finding that it's really every 10 years, or at least in the state. It depends what you measure it to. If you measure it to, the cost of other consumer goods, 40% say a house is a home. That's what it is. It's a home. 10% say I prefer the stock market and will just rent a house. And there's some people that do that. And I can completely understand that, because that can give you more freedom and flexibility. You can go around, you can move where you want. I mean, here we're locked down here. We've got a house, we're going to extend it. I can't see us moving for the next 10 or 20 years. But you never know what can happen. 22% say no house, crypto, or metals is my game. So they're not even investing in it. Now, then, is that the other one I asked? Yep, and I'm sharing all these video links. Oh, here we go. From 2 weeks ago, I asked, do you think Australia will have a federal election this year? And because, it's definitely going to be interesting to see if we have an election this year. 43% said yes, and 57% said no. And what else? Any other polls? Here we go. Would you see, that should be sell. I can't write. I can write as well as I can read weird names. Would you sell your Bitcoin now to pay off a house? Yes, it's my exit point. No, I have another target, and hodl. So there we have it, guys. I thought we'd just go through this week's polls, and I think I'll do it too next week. I'll just put together some polls as things come up, and then we can have a look and a discussion about them at the end of the week. Have a great day, everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Aussiebroadband. You can help us out by getting 5 free share trades and giving us 5 free share trades using our SelfWealth link below. I need to find a faster way to say that. You can use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint or support us via PayPal. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye for now.